Sunday ceremony, wild ones. It's Bernadette, and this Sunday is it's a very different Sunday ceremony than I've done before, and I'm really hoping that you find it valuable and helpful for your life, because the theme that we've been working on for a little over a month now is abundance. And one of the animals, two of the animals that most represent abundance in the world of animal symbolism and meaning are the cow and the pig. And so when I was asking Spirit what we needed to work on to get together through to work on our abundance mindset, to work on our prosperity mindset, and start calling in what we need, I was shown a pig. And then I was told, but you've got to tell the whole story. And then Spirit said, like, the whole hog. And I was like, that's not funny. I mean, it's funny, but it's really not funny, because then what unfolded was just, it was kooky. Even for me that lives this magical life where every day some kind of incredible, unbelievable synchronicity happens, or I get these signs that I'm like, am I imagining that or just manifesting that? Even I question that stuff, right? Because I always want to stay grounded, and I definitely always want to be authentic. So I'm going to back up and I'm going to tell you the story. I'm going to make it as short as I can. And then you'll see a video of me visiting Ruderville Sanctuary here in Florida, not too far from me. And they started out rescuing just pigs from factory farms. So of course it's a place very near and dear to my heart. And I visited there for the first time. I really hope that you watch it all the way through. It's a very short video, but during that time when you're watching me interact with the pigs and the other animals there, I hope that that transports you to a place where you can be near nature, you can be with animals. So it is a meditation of sorts. And then I'll just sign off and leave you all with your thoughts on the synchronicities that you're about to hear about, and the messages from the animal allies, in particular pigs, and just what that really means for your own life and your own moving toward removing any kind of blocks that you have for prosperity and abundance, and also really letting go and trusting the universe, because that can be a very difficult thing to do at times. So I'll start my story with when I was a kid. I grew up in the South. And we, there wasn't a whole lot to do in Denellen, Florida, and I certainly was not going to be a cheerleader. So I decided to join the only other club. Well, I was in band, and then decided to join the only other club, which was FFA, Future Farmers of America, because I loved animals. So as it came to pass, when I was in middle school, I got elected to raise the chapter hog, and I was like, "Yay! I get a baby pig!" And that's all I got. That's all I knew of what was happening. And then I was like, "Ooh, I can train her for the livestock show," and that's all I knew. So we were poor and we couldn't afford the pig. And when you raise a chapter hog, the chapter pays for the food and whatever, and you just provided care and land and that, that kind of thing. So that pig and I bonded like I mean, I bonded with a number of animals, but that pig was my soul, truly my soul. And as it turned out, she won grand champion of the livestock show, and we were all proud, and it was exciting, and she won like confirmation, and she won training. I mean, she just swept the whole thing, and we were just all excited. So then we took her back to her pen, and then I got told I had to bring her back in the show ring for bidding, and I was like, what does that even mean? And my mom was there, and she said, "Bernadette," she said, "the hog gets sold tonight." And I was like, "What?" And I didn't know. I don't know how I didn't know. Maybe I don't know how I didn't know. I was a kid. I was 11, 12 years old, 13 maybe. Anyway, long story short, Van Camp's Pork and Beans bought my hog, and this is probably the first time I'm ever able to tell this story without completely falling apart, but I begged my mom and begged my mom, please, just give them the money. Please let us buy the pig. I'll work 10 jobs. I'll do this. I'll do that. Because through the process, what I understood was that she was going to be taken and slaughtered to put in Van Camp's Pork and Beans, and it did things to me that no child should ever have, or anybody should ever have done to them. So that was the moment in my life when my mother said, "Bernadette, I am so sorry, we can't afford it." I was able to take everything else that growing up in poverty meant. I didn't care too much. I mean, I did, I was like other teenagers. I wanted nicer clothes, and I certainly wanted to be able to have a car and, all those kinds of things. But When my mother told me we couldn't afford to save my pig, that was the moment that I said, I will never, when I'm an adult, I will never be poor, ever. And I will save as many animals as I can. And sure enough, that is exactly how I've lived my life. Now, there is a defining moment for everybody when it comes to poverty, when it comes to abundance, prosperity, that kind of thing. There's a defining moment in your life, and I would invite you today to consider what your defining moment is. When did you learn that you didn't have what you needed, that you were not abundant, that you were not prosperous? When did you decide that you were absolutely going to make the commitment to move to doing that? Okay? So what this has to do with trusting the universe is, you are the universe, and the universe is you. So when you don't trust yourself, you don't trust the universe. It's just that simple. And yet it's not that simple, because, you know, when it comes to really important things, like I've got a video about how a spirit animal literally saved my life, but I had to make the commitment to place my trust in that animal at that moment. And at that moment, it was very difficult because I had just passed out. I had just gotten off of 2 days worth of surgeries, 2 days in the hospital. I was weak. I wasn't hallucinating, but I was kind of out of it. And and that was a big decision, because that decision to trust what that animal showed me at that moment, that is literally what saved my life, which was literally minutes away from being over. Minutes. And I had a team of paramedics going, it's just dehydration. It's just dehydration. No, it wasn't. My systems were shutting down, every one of them. So I have learned over time to trust the universe, because I have learned over time I trust myself implicitly. And here's why. I'm not stupid. When I don't know, when I can't make a decision, when I can't see it, I can't feel it, I have very good counsel that I ask. And so in that way, I trust myself, and I trust my own spidey senses and my gut, and I trust that the universe is always conspiring, to do good in my favor. I trust that. So with my Kickstarter, the Animal Allies asked me to run the Kickstarter during April because it is Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Month. And I always give to those charities, and I always say I'll never blab about what I do for animals and animal charities, and this is not blabbing. This has a specific purpose of why I'm telling you who I'm donating to and why. And then you probably won't hear anything again until next April when I run my next Kickstarter. Because Spirit also told me that every April I'm going to introduce a new tool, spiritual tool for you all to use and learn, and, well, not use, that's such a negative term, but to work with the energy and medicine, to bring you closer to your own spirituality via the natural world, shamanism, animals, that nature of thing. So, and I can already tell you right now, I was going to produce another oracle deck, another accompaniment oracle deck to the Ark this year. It's not going to happen. It's going to happen. It'll happen next year, and the Kickstarter will happen in April. So what all of that means is, I even before the Kickstarter started, well, one before the Kickstarter started, and then one just about a week and a half ago, two charities that I always support: Gentle Carousel Miniature Therapy Horses, and Sacred Haven Zoo in Georgia. They're both very dear friends of mine. Johnny Sue, that owns Haven Zoo, has an amazing background in just everything having to do with animals and saving animals, and her master's is in, I don't even know, her thing is primates, but she loves all animals, and she's worked with Jane Goodall and, the whole 9 yards. And then Debbie and George Garcia Bengachea, I can never say their last name. I know them personally, and what they do for animals is just, I could keep you on forever. So, times are tough during COVID, and charities really needed the money. So I stroked out $2,000 checks, absolutely trusting that we would get where we needed to be in the Kickstarter. And don't you know that within an hour, we were completely funded, and within a few hours, we were funded 200%. And I was like, and that's how the spirit animal world works, right? So thank you all for pre-ordering your book and supporting the Kickstarter. I really appreciate that. So today, again, you'll see the video of me at Rooterville with the pigs, and now you get, you get why pigs are so very important to me. And when I asked the animal spirit guides, because the three or 4 places that I knew I was going to donate to, and I agreed to donate at least $5,000. I've already made a donation to Rooterville, and I make a monthly donation to Animals Asia to help stop bile bear farming. The worst. You'll look it up if you don't know what it is. I won't go into it. And then I thought, well, I really still want to help pigs. And so, Spirit, would you please show me another place that that would benefit from me specifically, from the wild ones specifically, from the ark specifically, from the new book specifically, however that will shake out. And I said that prayer one night before going to bed. And now you're going to see the email that I woke up to the next morning and thought, and this is why I trust the universe. I sent that prayer out into the animal kingdom, trusting that they would bring me the right facility, the right animal, but I knew I wanted it to do with pigs, and I specifically knew I wanted it to do with pink pigs. And poof, as you see in my inbox from Animal Place, who I had not donated to yet, pops a thing, Bernie the pig needs your help. My name is Bernadette. It's a pink pig. Did Spirit need to tell me anything else? Nope. So I didn't even get my morning, for those of you that have been with me for a while, my morning routine is a ice cold Mexican Coca-Cola. I put it in the freezer, I let it get icy, and I have me a slushie every morning. You all are drinking healthy things like, mushroom coffee and, or a long tea and all that. Not me, man. I'm slugging down pure sugar and caffeine. So before I even did that, man, I came at my computer, I said, laka, 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 and man, put up the monthly donation, which will over time, even in the first year, it will be over $1,000 that I will have donated in the name of the Ark and the book and the whole 9 yards. You all are helping facilitate all of these, and I'm so very grateful to you. I don't even have a word for it. I don't know how to express it. So this video is everything that pigs are about, and everything that it's an illustration. It's proof in writing, in an email, that trusting in the universe, letting go and trusting the universe to help you do what you need to do to move to a place of abundance and prosperity. I don't know what else you would need. And I know that you've had other signs. So here's what happened. So I said, all right, Spirit. I said, I've been where a lot of the wild ones are. You believe, but oh, when your back's up against a wall and you're looking at potential trauma, oh my goodness, like the Tower card or the 5 of Pentacles, the Dark Night of the Soul, or you're looking at the Devil card or any of those kind of things, are like, whoa, and then your trust gets blown all to hell in a handbasket. I'm like, please just send me one more thing I can show them. So when I went to sit down and do this video, of course, I looked through my deck. Y'all see this deck every day in the daily readings. I use this deck all the time. It's my deck. Of course I use it. So I went digging for the pig card, right? Because the pig is the 10 of Pentacles. It's about true wealth and family. And I don't know how it happened, but there are 2 warthog cards in my deck. Y'all, I use this deck every day. I use it for readings. I use it for the lives. Tell me how I didn't know there were 2 warthog cards in my deck, and tell me how it even got there. I don't even know. I've been using the same deck since I invented the thing. Well, I didn't invent it. The Animal Allies invented it. But you see what I'm saying? I was just like, okay. But that's not the first time that's happened to me where kooky things have happened. Just very quickly, one time I was moving in with a fiance, and I needed to get a storage unit. And man, we went the day before and we swept out that storage unit, and there was nothing in there. Nothing! Not a thing. Went back the next day, my fiance looked down and said, "Are you practicing your hocus pocus?" And I'm like, "I don't know what you're talking about." And he said, "Why is that plastic blue R on the floor?" And I looked and I went, "What?" And I looked, and there was a plastic, shoot, I should have got it for the video. I won't hold y'all up now by going to get it. I still have it though. But I looked down, And I had just been talking about my middle name was Rachel, why it was Rachel, my mom's favorite color was blue, I wanted to be a writer, yak, 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 and there is a plastic blue R in. Now I know how it got there because I believe in that kind of stuff, quote unquote, but I don't know how it got there. But I do know how it got there. But where I'm going with all of this is, so I don't even know why I'm surprised. And the other thing about the Two of Cups is, it's about perfect harmony. It's about sacred union and mutual attraction. So y'all know that moment that my mom told me she couldn't afford to keep Petunia, which was the name of the pig that I referenced earlier. I know it broke her heart. She cried with me. My mom had no bigger shame than she couldn't do better for us. She wanted to. But what the heck else was she going to do? She worked 4 jobs, for crying out loud. And God is, people helped as much as they could. But times were tough for women in the South, raising 2 kids all by themselves. So that was, though, my defining moment when I decided poverty's not for me, and I will do nothing in my life except for move to a place where I can be abundant and prosperous. Now, I never had dreams of being a multi-millionaire. That was never important to me. But not being afraid that I couldn't pay my bills, not being afraid I was going to get evicted, not being afraid that I had food at the end of the day. Because there were times in our family we would get to the end of the month and we'd be splitting a couple cans of something. That was it. Because until payday came the next day, it wasn't around. So symbolically, there are a number of things to look at here as regards the pig, abundance, prosperity, money, right? The whole hog. There are 6 pigs, okay, which is the double of 3, but there are 3 cards with 6 pigs. That's the Holy Trinity, right? We talk about that, the sacred number 3. Father, Son, Holy Ghost, Maiden, Mother, Crone. We can do this 3 symbolism all day long. But you talk about repeating numbers. You've got 222. That's angelic. You could take 1 away and have 22. There are so many things that in terms of numerology that this makes sense of. But the biggest thing is, read about the 10 of Pentacles if you like. It's about family and true abundance. What does that mean for you? Is it good health? Is it money? Is it this? Is it that? It's all those things, I'm certain. However, when you take a look at the warthog, and it's the 2 of Cups, in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, which is what the arc is based on, that's about perfect harmony and perfect unions. I now have a perfect union with money. I love it. I'm married to it, and it's married to me, and we treat each other very well. We are a great union, and together we are a great team. We are doing good things in this world, and we're going to continue to do good things. And the only reason I want more money, is so I continue to do more good things. Because what else do I need? I don't even want anything else. And that's not, oh, you get to a certain age and you give up on this, you give up on that. Honest to goodness, all the things, well, all except really for one thing that's really important to me, I have, and I've had for a long time. And I'm going to continue to have. And I know that because I trust. I trust the universe because I trust myself. And that's what the animal spirit guides are sending to me. So, with that, I love you all very much, and the video of me visiting Ruderville and interacting with the pigs is going to play. There is one spot where I speak because you'll hear me communicate with turkeys and them communicate back with me, but mostly it's really upbeat, upbeat kind of music to get you in a good mood and get you thinking about these kinds of things, not from a heavy place, but from a, hey, you know what? This is cool. I can do this. And then it'll just fade out, and then you'll go on about your beautiful Sunday. And I hope this Sunday ceremony is helpful to you. And as always, what's the most important thing? To do good for animals and to stay wild. Hey, wild ones, guess where I'm at? I'm in hog heaven. I'm here at Ruderville. I wish all you were with me. I didn't raise these turkeys so they don't come up and give you hugs, but they are all rescues here at Ruderville, and look at how healthy and happy they are. You can always tell when a turkey is happy.
See, look at that face. That says, I'm hip, hip, happy, zip, zip, zappy, happy. I'm happy. Cool. How about that? Is it Bernadette? Or is it the turkeys? Yeah. Ah. Tom's doing the puff up. Tom's doing the puff up.